What up, YouTube? Anyways, what's up, guys? Today we have a fan requested Blue Eyes White Dragon deck profile for 2021, and we also have the announcement for the winner of the Starlight Rare Chaos Dragon. Today's going to be a great day. Anyways, guys, it's not going to be a super long video. Keep up. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe, turn on those notifications, and of course, leave me a comment. Tell me what deck profiles, what type of videos you want to see, and let's get back into this. Boom! What's going on, YouTube? Here we go. This is something that a couple of you guys have been commenting about, stuff like that, and just like I said in the intro, stay tuned for the previous giveaway winner. We are announcing that. Other than that, what I got here in front of you today is a Blue Eyes deck that has the ability to at least keep up with some of today's meta in, late February 2021. So we're going to get into this. We're not going to take a whole lot of time discussing things or whatever, but way more. So, basically what I'm doing is I am moving away from the competitive side of things and going into a more fun, um, casual, more collecting style play style or whatever with my online play and everything. But I wanted to just give you guys a little sneak peek at a Blue Eyes deck that I have been playing around with. So we're going to get into this. We're going to start off with one copy of the Arc Brave Dragon. So when this is special summoned from the graveyard, you can actually banish as many face-up spell and trap cards your opponent controls. So this is nice, especially since we've got more than one way to revive dragons from our graveyard in this deck. Next up, we have 3 copies of Ash Blossom. This hand trap is a must. You have to be playing this card. Coming up, we have 2 Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. Basically, if this card is special summon, you can add 1 ritual spell or 1 polymerization from your deck to your hand. This is what's giving you your 1 copy of Poly. We're only playing 1. That's really all you need, because if you set up everything, you've got your Xyz monsters, you've got a couple links. I mean, you got a couple different ways you can go about this. Next up, we have 2 copies of Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. Basically, you reveal 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon in your hand, and you can special summon this card. Puts you at level 8 out there on the board pretty quickly, guys. Coming up next is we have Solid Dragon. Basically, this actually gives you like an effect failure type thing. Just negate an effect on your opponent's side of the board. Coming up, we have the Dragon Spirit of White. We're only running 1 copy of it. These 1 and 2 copy things, I feel like it keeps the deck from being like too cluttered. Following up, we have 2 copies of Sage with Eyes of Blue. Basically, when this card is normal summoned, you can add 1 level 1 Light Tuner from your deck to your hand. This gets you to your stone. Next up, we have 3 copies of Skullmeister. This is another hand trap that I feel like is almost an absolute must in today's meta, and you'll see. I've got a couple different ways you can go about this. Coming up next, you have 2 copies of the White Stone of Ancients. The reason I'm running 2 instead of 3 is because basically if you can get the other one, you can add it to your hand directly. This one's for the end phase. You don't really, I feel like 2 and 3 is good enough with this. And then of course you have the White Stone of Legend. Following up, of course, you run your 3 copies of Blue Eyes. Use any art that you want to. I just threw this in here just to show you guys. Next up, you have your 2 Dragon Shrine. This is basically your double Foolish Burial, and you are running a 1 Foolish Burial. That way, if you draw both, you can play both. So it's kind of nice. Next up, you got your Harpy Feather Duster and your 2 Lightning Storms. This is what gives you your spell and trap removal in your main deck, but it also gives you monster removal, so it's pretty nice too. 1 for 1. You're playing level 1s. It's a must. Then your 1 copy of Poly to get you to your fusions. Next up, you have your Return of the Dragon Lords. Target one level 7 or 8 dragon monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Again, it's a monster reborn. It's kind of nice. Next up, you got your discard. Then you can add up to 2 dragon monsters with 3,000 and 2,500 defense from your deck to your hand. Then you got your trade in. You're playing dragons that are level 8. Use trade in to draw 2 guys. Then, of course, we're going to finish up the main deck with 2 copies of Evenly Matched. Let's go down here into your extra deck. We are running 1 copy of Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon, 1 copies of Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon, and of course 1 copy of Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Next up for your synchros, you have 1 Azure Eyes. This is basically a monster reborn every turn, then your Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Coming up, you're playing level 8, so you have access to Dingirsu. It's a nice little removal card. Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon, and then of course Galaxy Eyes Cypher X Dragon. This is an OCG card right now, but we will eventually get it. So if you're playing online, this works. If not, switch it out for something else that you can use. For your links, we have Access Kotalker. It's removal. Crystron, you're playing tuners. This is a must. Draco Masters of the Tenyi. Then you got LP and Pisty. You're playing level 4 lower dragon monsters. It's too easy not to use this. Then, of course, your Heavenly Spear and your Link Karibo. Alright, so that is your main deck and your extra deck. So we'll go into the little side deck that I have built for this one. And as you can see, it pretty much has hand traps and stuff to be able to compete with just about anything. So you're running 2 Allied of Justice Cycle Reader. This is especially good against Drytron. Basically, it removes 2 light monsters from their graveyard and it banishes them. This is especially great once they do put Ben 10 into the grave or something like that. Next up is you got Lancia. This is good against things that are pretty much dinos or anything that banishes constantly. Virtual World. It works out pretty well. DD Crow, because sometimes Ally of Justice Cycle Reader isn't enough banishment for you. Then you got your Ghost Spells. And then, of course, your 2 Nibiru, because a lot of decks still put up more than 5 monsters per turn. And I feel like it's pretty consistent with getting them draw. Of course, you have so much draw power and stuff like that in the deck, it's not bad. We went ahead and put in 2 Cosmic Cyclones. This is another spell and trap removal because you never know. And then, of course, the 3rd Lightning Storm. And then, of course, I finish off the side deck with 2 D-Barrier. So that's it, guys. That is all I have for the Blue Eyes deck this week. I feel like it's a fun. I'm not saying it's a meta contender. It's not going to compete with every single deck out there, but it is fun. And if you draw the right amount of right hand traps and stuff against certain decks, it will throw them off because they won't expect how much ability this has to just keep going. So, anyways, now we are going to get into the winner. So stay tuned. Just give me 2 seconds and we are going to tell you the winner of the last giveaway. Thank you, guys. Boom. Okay, that was it, guys. That was the Blue Eyes deck that I have put together at the moment. I am doing plenty more, but that's not why most of you have come to see this video. Most of you have come to see who won. That's OCG Starlight Rare Chaos Dragon Levianeer, and we are going to show it to you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom! Jordan Martin. This is the winner of the Chaos Dragon Levianeer Starlight Rare. Make sure you send me a message. We'll get together and find a way to get this card to you. I appreciate it. And for everybody else, thank you. We are on the road to 3K. We are going to get there. And when we do get to 3K, I have a huge announcement for everybody that watches. Alright guys, that's it, and see you next time.